ladies and gentlemen, for another rendition of Liverpool and the Premier League season. Here we are taking a knee for the Black Lives Matter movement around the world and our Say No to Racism. And Keita is going to start off the game with a nice back pass to Fabinho. The ball is going to go up towards Firmino, and Van Dijk is going to take control of it. The center back pairing is somewhat different today, I would definitely say. The Fabinho is slotting in at center back with Van Dijk. That just shows basically how weak we are at center back. We only have three active center backs on the roster, and when one's injured, Fabinho, as the center defensive midfielder, has to step back in. Our two new signings do not get the starts today, as expected. As typical with Klopp as well, he typically doesn't play new signings for at least a few months. So that, unfortunately, is kind of a sense of excitement when you sign a player. You want to watch them play, but knowing the Klopp system and how he kind of goes about that, they most likely will not be seeing the pitch for the next few months.
Actually, Alcantara is actually listed as a substitute today.
Yeah, he is.
He is. So
I'm saying
he's
like
active.
starting.
Yeah, active. Yes, starting.
Like,
Yes.
he won't start a game most likely for unless it's in the League Cup. But I wouldn't expect him to play a Premier League match in a like anytime necessarily soon. To come on as a pitch as a sub, yeah, 100%. The difference is because Bayern Munich play a double six and number 10 above, so they don't play a 4-3-3. They play a 4-2-3-1, which is very different, and his role is significantly different in that. As his role would be in our lineup. So he just has to need to adjust to it through training and everything. And as you can tell here, the high press is on from Liverpool. Chelsea, a team that has splashed the cash this summer, spent over $250 million, or pounds, sorry.
Yeah, which is approximately $325 million. Nice pass
Yeah, pretty
inside
much.
here, but actually this is just going to go right back to the keeper, Kepa. I
Yeah,
must
and
say, the new unis for Chelsea are pretty fresh. I do kind of like them.
Warner is going to skip by Fabinho here.
Warner going to find himself in the box. That ball deflected out.
Actually, don't. The Chelsea ones are just like a T-shirt.
Yeah, but they have like a. I like the blue. I don't know.
So just because it's blue, Werner here is going to try to step over and go over on Fabinho. Fabinho stronger than Werner there, and
Yeah,
the
nothing.
$80 million man will not get the best of Fabinho there.
Yeah, nothing there. No penalty, no foul. All good. Good defense. Liverpool 1-0 so far in the young season with the win last week that we broadcast live here in Relive of the on over newly promoted Leeds. It was a 4-3 victory that Liverpool basically just eked out there at the end. The defense rather suspect. We're looking for some improved defense from Liverpool today, especially against a higher quality side like Chelsea.
And we've done nothing to improve the defense, so don't expect anything.
Liverpool actually favored in this game by a goal.
Yeah, that's not my prediction. I expect us to most likely lose this match or to draw it, actually.
Mane here on the left wing.
Fixing this. No, Thiago is not playing. He plays in a different system at Bayern Munich. He plays the double midfield with the double six and the number 10 high. So it's a different system. He probably won't be starting for a while. And I've lost the game. This
Oh,
peacock thing is awful.
oh, you've lost the game. All right. In that case, I'll keep going.
Okay, I'm back. All right, I'm good. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm good.
In that case, you can keep going.
Yeah. Peacock thing. If you touch anything, if you touch any button, if you even press a mouse click over the video, it stops the video.
Does it just like resume it later?
Yeah, it just sends you back to some other thing.
Looking like a rather nice fall day, I suppose, over in London. Both Klopp and the Man City manager in t-shirts today.
Okay, now we're good. And here's a look at Kai Havertz. I think $90 million. He was or 80 or 90. I forget how much it was. He was the most expensive out of the bunch.
But the Alcantara, he's only getting paid 26 million a year. Is this contract?
No, that's not his contract.
Well,
That's
that's
how
what it
much we
said.
bought him from Bayern
Oh,
Munich.
that's how much you bought him for. I see.
His weekly contract is probably no higher than Robertson there and then Van Dyke with an interesting clearance there. It does find Arnold, and it will go off Arnold for a throw in. No, I don't actually know his exact wage structure, but I would assume it's not more than 200,000 a week.
Okay, all right. So he was acquired for what is it's just 26 there for the
It was
acquisition.
20 with plus 5 in add-ons.
Right,
So
okay.
it's we pay him a $20 million up front or in different installed payments, and then the 5 to 6 depends on if we win the Champions League, if we win the Premier League, and things like that, and
I
personal
see.
stats and starting stats for Thiago.
Okay. But different than like what you actually pay him on a weekly basis. I see.
Correct.
Right,
Very
yeah.
different. Yep.
Very different.
What you agree between the club is just to buy the player. What you agree with the player is what you agree with the player.
And there were two other additional signings this week actually. So you had
And then
Jota.
Mane here's cutting into the baseline, or the touch line. It's going to be cleared out by Chelsea. Liverpool definitely kind of more in. There's Klopp's lookalike, which is kind of weird. Um, um, I would definitely say Liverpool's had the better of the game so far in the sense of possession and just general control of the match um, as of right now. So it's not looking too poor for Liverpool, looking quite positive. Kate's in the midfield dancing around, trying to find some space. And then Van Dijk plays a really nice ball for Robertson to cross into the box, but not enough on it, and it's going to be cleared out here. But then Van Dijk is going to cut off that clearance, so then Robertson possibly is going to be able to get another cross in here, and it's going to be a corner for Liverpool. Playing well.
Yeah, Liverpool definitely a bit more aggressive today. At least better pace in the early going here in the first 8 minutes or so. They probably want to keep this thing played in Chelsea's third just to not expose their own defense.
Yeah, the problem is though Chelsea does have quite the counterattack and quite the pace on the counterattack as
And we
well,
saw
which leaves
last
us
week that
vulnerable.
how vulnerable Liverpool was on that counterattack by Leeds there.
Robertson here possibly going to be able to get another cross in, blocked by Havertz, down to Werner, and then Robertson. Van Dijk clears it up from Werner, and then it's going to go back here to Alexander Arnold, who did not play in the last game, right?
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think he did, right? That was kind of the issue. Or he like came off. No, you're right. Yeah, he came off the pitch at like the 60th minute mark. You're right. There is Thiago. There's our man. And then they should also show Diogo Jota, which is the 23-year-old Portuguese that we bought from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Actually, that cost more, which is kind of funny. Basically, he just cost more because of the potential and the age. So that's the only reason there. But a good squad player, somebody that will improve under Klopp and under the system. Perfect cover for the front three. But again, still lacking in defensive cover so far.
So
But very good business.
You had been critical this kind of like week about how Liverpool hadn't been spending enough money, and now all of a sudden they spend the money. Are
Yeah,
like,
so
are
it was
you
actually
happy yet or not?
I'm not. I'm happy, but I'm actually not fully happy because we still don't have any defensive cover for our center backs. We're still thin in the back line. We still only have two. If Gomez gets injured, we're stuck with Fabinho back there, and that's not his like. I mean, Fabinho can do a good job, but that's not his natural position um, as he's playing right now. So just having one injury in the course of 80 games in a season, it's going to happen. One of the center backs are going to get injured. We don't have enough cover there. So that is still something in the squad that I think needs to be addressed.
I thought I
Everything
did
else,
see.
we needed more cover at the midfield position. We got it, and we needed more competition. Needed more cover, and we also needed more competition in the front three, and we got it. The next thing is the Mane here is not able to get enough on that pass, and then I think Salah is going to be called offside or judged offside on that one. He's not. It's going to go off of the Chelsea player. I would definitely say in the sense of we still need more defensive cover. Needed cover in both places, or in all three places really. But
Gomez,
yes,
I saw Gomez listed on the injury report today.
yeah, he's day to day.
Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's not actually playing so far.
And then Salah slightly gets. I'm not going to say that was a penalty at all, but there was definitely contact there in the box. Something to just be aware of in the future. But it looked like a clean call, clean tackle. Nothing to it.
Maybe a little bit of an extended leg there.
Really slightly turn this part down. Here, Mane is going to pick up the balls, or they got past the midfield. Firmino's going to get the ball to Salah on the wing here, cutting in on his left, continuing to cut in on his left. He's going to drop it for Wijnaldum, and it's going to go far left. Kepa was slightly interested in that one. Good break of the press there.
Yeah, nice crisp passing on the reset of the play there by Liverpool. As you said, slightly interested on the left. On the right, rather. His right. First real shot for Liverpool.
Yeah, I think that was the first real shot for the entire game.
Yeah, it was.
So it's coming to us, which is not that. Here, Kepa's going to send this one long, try and look for what Kai Havertz most likely was trying to do there is just get a little flick from his head and have Werner run onto it, but well covered by Van Dijk. And I think that was a handball. Yep, it was. Keita is going to go into the restart and instantly turn the ball over. Keita then regains possession once again. Arnold pressured here by Havertz. Back to Alisson. And Alisson will spread it out to Robertson. If you haven't checked out Robbo's new book, I suggest you check it out. I haven't checked it out yet, so. But Klopp said we all should.
New book?
Yeah, he wrote a book last year about like the journey to win the Premier League and everything. I guess he's not getting paid enough by Liverpool.
So he had to get a book deal, like the New York Times bestseller kind of thing.
Oh, Salah, I think, is going to get onto this one before Kepa. It's going to go into the box. Oh, and then good defense there by Christensen to deny Firmino. But Kepa, I'm not really sure what you're doing there, buddy.
Yeah. Kepa getting himself beat here.
That
takes a bad angle, actually, off the start.
And honestly, if Salah throws that to the 6-yard box, Mane scores it because the entire defense is actually just following Firmino there. But honestly, Salah, it's pretty hard to.
Yeah, so I don't think Salah could actually see what was.
I don't think he could see it. Yeah.
You're trying to get him. You're asking him to like put it behind, like to delay.
Oh, what was that?
That was a header that got past the first man, but got right back to the.
Kepa's gonna corral that one.
Yeah, he's just gonna
kind
catch
of a lofty cross there from Arnold once again, kind of poor, and that's Roman Abramovich. That is just leave it at that. It's, when you have your club is owned by a Russian oligarch, it is slightly easier to run the business, I would say.
Oh yeah, I was wondering. That was like it.
Yeah, he's got 14.5 billion. A little more than John Henry and the Boston crew, you know.
Billion with a B.
Yeah.
Billion.
He's got 14.5.
Nice. Only
mining, I think it was, is where he made his money.
Ooh, mining.
Yeah.
Mining oil, mining gold.
Mining.
Just general.
Yeah, I think when the thing went to private from public.
Oh,
he was the first one there. And, made his way to the top somehow, you know.
Yes.
But hey, I mean, Anybody can own a Premier League club, so it is what it is, right? So and you have, and then I think Keita caught Kovacic there, but I think it was an accident. Yeah, Kovacic saying okay with it, and interesting between both these managers. There was a flare up last time we played at the restart. Actually, it's quite an explicit video, to be honest with you, of Frank Lampard cursing away at Klopp and the bench for quote unquote apparently being too cocky after winning the title, um, which is kind of weird, to be honest with you, because like in the video, Klopp is just like telling him to calm down, like to relax. So that was kind of interesting, and also Klopp took kind of a not person not he took, I don't know what the right word is here, but he took a precedent basically with the comments Frank actually had after the game that like expanded upon the touchline incident, and he's like, whatever happens on the pitch, you just got to leave it on the pitch. You don't talk about it afterwards. So, and he said that Frank is young and still needs to learn those things. So quite interesting, actually.
Jeez.
Here, Kai Havertz is going to have go get in behind the Liverpool defense, and Mount can get this to Conte. He's going to have a chance here, but Conte just kind of holds the ball up, and then they're going backwards. Jorginho finds Reece James. Good recovery for the Liverpool defense.
Yeah, indeed. Good
But
recovery in transition.
also kind of nerve-wracking. Hello, Gamer Galactic and Shahiden Shah as well on the YouTube side. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, perhaps. It is kind of early, perhaps early evening.
It's early in
there.
a lot of parts of the world, I feel like.
Well, it's what, just
And
past
here's
5?
the offside. So we try to play that offside trap. We don't get them on it. And this just shows when we play that high line how exposed we possibly are if we get it wrong. But we did a really good job getting back in numbers, not just by ourselves and collectively as a group. And we were able to stop the counterattack there, or just stop the quick pass. But kind of now you see as of where Chelsea can expose us.
You're going to have to play a type of swarming defense here. Defense by committee. This is a nice ball up ahead, but Salah can't quite
Henderson
get to
running
it.
and running. I love it. I love it. And then Mane is going to be called for the foul there. It's not a foul. It's going to be, it came from an offside position.
Early possession, actually 50-50. Spread across
nice press there by Keita. Keita, you can see how the press is definitely on here for Liverpool, and it has been quite effective. I was actually dreaming last night in my sleep.
Oh God, here we go.
What would Klopp actually say before this match? I've been watching a lot of Jose Mourinho and the All Is Nothing documentary, so I've been kind of inspired in this. And honestly, this Chelsea team is like the new coming of age in the Premier League. They bought like a bunch of young players. They brought a bunch of new things. So they're like Liverpool 2 to 3 years ago. I mean, I would basically just be telling the entire Liverpool squad is like, we've been here before. Let's show them how it's done. We're the experienced and we're the adults here. Let's take control of this match. And so far, that's sort of what's been happening, except if Conte's able to get this ball to Werner, Werner's still going to be offside. Fabinho cuts off the pass, and then the Bass is going to be able to find Genie. Maybe we can get on the break here if we can go quickly. But Mane is going to be held up here. Good job by Chelsea. Firmino is going to have some space. He's going to send it out wide for Salah. Arnold on the overlap. Salah's going to cut inside. He's going to shoot. It's going to be blocked. Keita's not going to be able to get to the rebound. Kovacic will. Kovacic is going to continue running, and then Werner is going to be in behind here. There is no way Fabinho is going to be able to catch up with him. Now he does.
He is wide open.
Nice.
Here.
Really nice move there by Fabinho Werner almost cooked him on the move on the step over, and Fabinho got the foot in there and read him very well. That could have been scary, and that is once again the warning signs from Chelsea can hit us on the break. Remember, Fabinho is not the paciest center back. Can you say my name 2 times, please? Ah, God, I hate when this happens. Shahidan Shaha. There we go. I said it twice. I hope it's right.
So on that one, the Chelsea pass just a little behind Werner, actually, because basically he had him sprung free. If he gave him just a bit more pace on the pass, perhaps he would have been able to get around. It was a good recovery by Fabinho, but the pass just a little short. leaves Werner having to contend with the
Yeah,
Liverpool defense.
we also like were in contention to actually buy Werner for a significant amount of time. There was a lot of connection between him and Klopp and all that type of um, jazz. So, but ultimately, what actually ended up happening, why he selected Chelsea, is that he wasn't immediately going to start for us, and that's not something he wanted. And he also wanted to be paid upwards of £200,000 a week. And only Salah, Van Dijk, only a select few in our club actually get paid that much, and they're typically more senior players. So having a new player come in like that, being paid that much, would have disrupted the whole dressing room, which is why we did not buy him. Chelsea, on the likes, doesn't really care. I mean, they're paying Kai Havertz like 300, and he's like 22. So it's just, I mean,
I'm sure
teach
he's got
their own.
himself just, a lovely flat there in central London.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure it is absolutely stunning.
Right there on the Thames, perhaps.
I
Lovely
mean,
spot.
hey, I wouldn't be upset either if I was him. I would be very happy. So, and here Fabinho is going to play the ball back to Allison. Here, not necessarily in a lull of the game, but I think both teams have. This is like kind of the. I guess like this is the post water break that we used to have actually in the restart.
Just
But
about.
this is. I would definitely say this is more of a. Just like both teams have sort of figured each other out at the beginning, just kind of getting into the game a little more. Um, and then here Fabinho is going to, or no, Firmino is going to try to get that press on Reece James, but Reece gets it back to Kepa
Kepa.
Arrizabalaga.
Just about even possession across both clubs. Slight edge to Liverpool at 52%, but a clean game for either side. We've had 3 fouls for Chelsea, none for Liverpool. Nothing really of note there either. No cards either way. And
I, I'm honestly just still worried a goal comes against like the run of play for Chelsea here. Like I just feel like they can just send one pass over and Werner has the pace to beat through our center backs and get something on the counter. I'm just still slightly worried about that. That's the thing. Like if Chelsea's not necessarily has a foothold in the game, they always still have that possibility of putting something on the counter. Granted, I guess if you went to a Chelsea stream, they'd be saying the same about us. But I mean, sure.
Chelsea just decided to pass this a little triangle action back and forth there in their own
Then
third as they're
Henderson
moving it
steps
forwards.
across. Oh, he doesn't not able to win back the possession. But here, Kovacic is a really nice ball, but slightly out of reach for Mason Mount. Allison is there to clean it up.
He was on side, buddy.
Liverpool's still trying to sell Genie. No, we actually haven't said anything. Klopp said earlier that the new incoming signings have nothing to do with the current players on the squad. That said, never know. Maybe he moves. I really hope he doesn't. It would be really good to have him there in the midfield as well. What do you think about Chelsea? I think they're strong. Yeah, I think they're. I think Chelsea's actually a really good squad. I said this earlier, kind of when the first at the beginning of the stream. I actually don't think we necessarily can win this game, or I don't. I think a draw in this result would be really would be fine for us because I do. And hold on, Arnold here in the box is going to cross it in with the right foot. It's going to be blocked by Chelsea. There's a ton of blue shirts back there. No way to get through. The back post was open, but difficult to get the cross there. The press is on here from Liverpool, and it's going to go out of bounds from Chelsea. We're going to maintain possession at the top.
Yeah, he kind of got
But
cut off there. There was a on the near
I,
post.
what player do I like in Chelsea? I love Timo Werner. I think his game's incredible. I love watching him, and I also like being a Liverpool fan, thinking that he was eventually going to join us. I was really high on him, and I really think he's going to do well in the Premier League, and I hope he does, just not against us.
Any game but this one.
Yeah, any game but this one, I'm happy with. Fabinho with a nice press there on Havertz. I haven't actually seen Kai Havertz play that much, but he's apparently the quote unquote best player that they signed. Tammy Abraham. Oh, I thought we were talking about like newer players. Yeah, Tammy's great. I kind of feel bad for Tammy because he's gone through the entire academy system, was used all of last season, and then he just gets kind of like thrown off to the side because they signed like big new players. How the game so far? Who's playing better? I actually think the game's been pretty even.
Yeah, I would
I would
agree.
say Liverpool's had like maybe one more chance, but other than that, I think Chelsea is playing to its strengths of the counterattack and the press. So I actually don't think it's been not one more team is better than the other. Arnold here is going to send in a ball. It's going to be blocked out by Zuma. Good header.
The real difference in the opportunities that the two teams have tried to create is that Liverpool's actually been trying to create offense off this like the sets, like off their own sort of sets, right? They've been a bit more organized offensively. Chelsea still really hasn't had a possession in Liverpool's third. Like the attack, like the chances Chelsea has had so far in this game have all come on these quick counterattacks and rather long-ish passes, right? It's been one or two people trying to get up ahead and break down the Liverpool defense, but they have yet to like have a corner or a throw in from the sideline where they actually try to set something up for a minute or so to actually get it going. So the Liverpool defense hasn't really been pressured that much per se yet. We shall see how this continues to develop because Liverpool kind of playing keep away with the ball in Chelsea's third for most of the game.
Yeah, pretty much. And Christopher, is Thiago playing? Thiago is not starting today, but he is on the bench, so maybe expect him to come on later. They did play a different formation with the 2 6s and the 10 at the four, basically a 4-2-3-1 at Bayern, so it's slightly different. Klopp typically likes his players to have a lot of training before they start, but Thiago, as a world-class signing he is, maybe different. Here's going to be a long ball here for Havertz. It's going to fall on the side for Arnold, and Arnold's going to be able to clear that ball and actually get a pretty nice pass to Salah there. Zuma deals with it well, though, on the wing. Havertz is not able to control that, and it will go out of play.
Again, another sort of, Liverpool trying to formulate an opportunity, a chance here against Chelsea, and then Chelsea just getting the one pass into Liverpool's third, and that's kind of it. And Liverpool so far has been able to defend it one-on-one.
Kepa is playing, yes. There's been a lot of talk about Kepa actually not losing his starting job. He is the most expensive keeper in the world, which is kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you, for him. But yes, he is still starting. He hasn't done too poorly. He had kind of one questionable decision when he came out on the ball for Salah, and Salah got an across behind him, but it was the Chelsea defense did save him. But
define most expensive keeper in the world.
80 million.
80 million.
Allison was like 70, so we're not too far behind. But
now
Salah and Keita run onto that ball that Arnold plays, but it's going to be booted out by Zuma.
There was some criticism this week of Klopp, actually. A lot about people saying that he was been critical of spending high amounts of money, and then they're like, well, look, you just went out and spent a ton of money.
Yeah, so there's a big difference here. So let me ask you a question. You as a business person.
Yeah.
If you're looking at a business, do you look at how much a business spends only, or do you also look about how much a business spends and also sells? So do you care about the net, or do you care about just what's going out?
Well, you would care about their earnings, right?
Right. Liverpool has the lowest net spend out of anybody in the Premier League, which means, out of the top six. Sorry,
out of the top Premier League.
That means we are very good at doing business. We sell players, we home grow players, we sell them for extreme amounts, which is crazy. We sold Dominic Solanke, which scored one goal for Liverpool for 20 million last year. Still sold him, right? Other teams forget. They just look at how much they spent at the top line. No, we also sold like Coutinho for 142 million, and we bought Van Dijk and Allison for 140. That's great business. That means we actually netted $2 million or £2 million. So there's a very big difference there. I understand the criticism, but for all the critics out there, just go do some math, go do plus minuses, and you figure it out very quickly. It makes no sense. Like, I think Frank Lampard also was criticizing us. It's like, oh, they spent 400 million. Yes, but we've also sold 400 million worth of players. So there's a difference there. Whereas Chelsea spent 250 and has sold nobody this season, right?
The bigger numbers always attract more attention.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's also like when you look at Manchester City, I mean, they're in the upwards of the billions. PSG has already spent over $1 billion, hasn't won a Champions League either. So I mean, it's how you look at it. And I've always looked at it as a net spend. I've always looked at it net. I think that's the correct way to look at it personally. Barca making a comeback season. Yeah, I hope so. I think it should be an interesting season for Barca, how they're able to play with Ronald Koeman in kind of a new, hopefully revitalize. I've been to a few Barca matches. I know a viewer here has been to the 6-1 game with me in in Barca against PSG, and so I do have a place like a slight heart for Barcelona. I do have they're really good fans, great city, and everything like that. I really hope they do well, and for football in general. When Barca is playing well, it is more exciting for world football in general. It is good for the world. Um, Barkley and Christensen are playing. Yeah, Christensen is playing. I don't think Ross Barkley is playing though. Werner here is going to get a step on Arnold, and he's going to be kind of through here.
He
Fabinho's going to hold
is.
them up, and I think the Liverpool defense is going to get back just in time. Yep, we have like 10 behind the ball.
Yeah, that was pretty close. It was a good closeout, good angle that Fabinho took there to cut him off because he did look like he was charging down the field rather uncontested there. Werner got it sprung pretty well. It's about the second or third time we've seen him with a quality run. Hasn't been able to actually convert an opportunity yet, though. Allison not really tested so far yet in this game. We're about 31 minutes in.
Good press here from Liverpool from the front three. They're going to break it by getting it to Alonso, the wingback. He's going to spread the play out once again. A nice diagonal to Reece James. Really good play from Chelsea here. Reece James with the ball in. It almost looked like Liverpool. Fullback to fullback, crossfield, and then a pass into the box. It was a very good play by Chelsea. Great setup.
Yeah, this is the first time we're
Um,
going to see Chelsea here with an actual uh, organized attack here in the Liverpool third. Let's see what they can make of it on the throw in from the sideline. Actually, they throw it in the wrong direction. They're going
yeah,
backwards.
I've actually typically never seen a team do that. They typically, if they're already up that far with throw in, they'll try to like get it to the corner flag and get a corner out of it. They typically don't pass it all the way back.
Yeah, they just put themselves back into
Back under
midfield.
pressure, yeah.
And now Liverpool pressing again. Wow, you just gave up
Then
all that yardage. Okay.
and then here the Liverpool defense is going to be caught out. Werner with a shot, and it's going to go wide. Allison, I think, was there enough, but that is kind of the worry there. It's kind of it was a ball in behind, and then the midfield didn't get back quick enough. You see that the midfield is still so separate from the center backs. The midfield
Honestly,
is still pretty much up
oh, he
in the
does.
midfield.
At first, at full speed, I didn't think he really hit this very well. Like he didn't get much
Yeah, he
pace on it,
didn't. He
but
didn't.
on the replay, it looks like he does get a bit more with the left foot. But it does just end up going wide there. Allison not, threatened slightly, but not quite. Liverpool here on the counter. Henderson trying to revert or flip the field here. Down to Salah on the right side. Arnold puts it over. Fist out there by Kepa. Deflects the ball safely away.
Wait, I don't.
Did your stream break again?
No, I'm more confused as to why Chip Game said WTF am I hearing. So I can't tell if it's he's trolling the stream or it's
Oh, let's just
something's
keep
wrong
going.
with the audio, and there's nothing wrong with the audio. I checked the audio. It's fine. So it's fine. Semedo to Wolves yet? I don't think that is actually confirmed, Christopher, just yet. But I'm assuming they're finding a replacement for Jota. Uh, and with the money that we basically gave them, the 40 million, they'll be able to get the Semedo deal done. And I think I love Wolves as a team. By the way, I don't know anybody else out there. I think it's one of the more exciting teams. And the corner's going to come in. Van Dyke was definitely held in the back, but it's never going to be called as a foul or anything. But just something to just keep an eye on. Arnold's going to be looking for a searching ball. Find Salah here. Salah's going to have it on the side. He's going to throw a ball across the face of goal, and Firmino's not there. Oh,
Nobody there. Squandered opportunity.
oh my God. Oh, oh, he's like 2 steps away.
Wow, you left Kepa flat-footed there with a split on the ground.
Oh, good play here from Liverpool, though, I have to say. You think Eden Hazard will get back to Chelsea? It may turn out to a Bale situation. He hasn't really settled in very well in Real Madrid. Hopefully this season he actually can settle in. I don't like to see like big name players like that do poorly at other clubs when they get their move. I think it's just kind of sad. Hopefully he does actually do well at Real Madrid and doesn't have to come back or find a new club. I heard Liverpool defense is struggling. Why? Liverpool defense struggling. Just yes, last game we were basically just out of sorts. We were caught out really bad out of position multiple times. Really poor communication, and also Robertson's going to put in an early cross here, but it's not going to go to anybody. Mo Salah is going to be able to run it down back to the touchline. It's going to go back to Arnold here, and then Arnold is going to send a ball back into the midfield. Going to find Genie, and then Genie's going to try to find Keita. Keita's with the ball here back to Henderson. Basically, just the Liverpool defense struggling. Just we don't have as much cover as we necessarily need for the season is the main point, and we've already had some defensive issues and lapses, especially against Leeds. So far today, not doing too poorly. Henderson's going to try to get into an early ball, find Robertson in the back, and he's going to kick it into the ground, and it's going to go behind for a goal kick.
He's going to kick it straight into the ground. Boy, that was anticlimactic in a hurry.
Yeah, that was. Oh, dude, if he hits that cross the face of goal, Salah and Genie are right there.
Well, so are two Chelsea defenders, by the way.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, anything can happen. Yeah, I hope. I hope.
I think you're being a little too optimistic here, buddy.
I hope Liverpool does beat Man City as well. So thank you. But I think Man City had a pretty unlucky season last year. Like, I go through the whole like run through of the games. We also did get lucky on a lot of games. Like to be completely honest with you, and there Zuma's just going to kick the ball out of play. We're gonna have a throw in here. Keita to Firmino. Firmino's going to find Henderson. Lazy pass there. Salah's going to get it. And Salah's going to chip it in the box. Christensen with the header. Firmino. Oh, Werner tried to get past Fabinho. Not this time, Fabinho says.
Oh, that was a nice play there by Fabinho to retain possession here for Liverpool. So, if you were to shore up the defense, who's your target? Who would you bring in?
Hold on. I think he's offside, but they're going to keep the flag down, and then Havertz is going to get this to Werner, offside. And Werner's going to absolutely make a mess of it, offside or not.
29, yeah. They were talking Havertz. Havertz was offside there as
the pass came through. On the initial pass, it was.
They would have to take a look at this one.
Ozan Kabak is the player that we were looking at. Koulibaly would be a dream signing, but we can't afford him, Christopher. Unfortunately, it would be incredible. Him paired with Van Dijk would be unbelievable. But I mean, I think he's like upwards of like 50 to 60 million pounds, and then you got to pay him at least 200K in wages too, which is going to destroy our wage structure. So I'm not sure if we can actually afford him. But Ozan from Schalke is a center back that we've been looking at, taking a keen eye on, only for around 20 million. Robertson's going to toss in a nice ball here, but it's going to be defended by the Chelsea.
Chelsea here coming back on the attack. Let's see if they can actually create something. Werner is wide open down here on the left wing. Can't quite get it to him, though. Stifled by the Liverpool defense. Aside from the one shot, really, by Werner, Alisson...
It's been kind of quiet. But I sort of expect this from Chelsea to sort of play the traps and play the counterattack here. Since we are sort of the more mature, older team, it's somewhat expected. Firmino eventually gets the ball here to Robertson. Robertson gets a nice ball in there for Mane, but the communication there isn't with Keita. He let it try to run for Keita.
He let it go right between his feet. I guess he thought he had...
Yeah, he was trying to dummy it for him.
Yeah, had help there, but now on the run out, this one to Werner.
Jorginho to Kovacic, Kovacic to Christensen. That has a good ring to it, Kovacic to Christensen. The Champions League, when does it actually start? I'm not sure. I'll look that up, though. I'm not actually sure when it starts. Oh no, that's definitely not the COVID one.
Oh, it's the like not the restart.
Yeah, I don't know the actual restart, but I'm assuming it's within a couple months. I'm assuming it's in the next month or so. Typically, it starts like in October, November. There's always a little delay for it, but I know the Europa League play-ins all have started. There are some Tottenham fans here I know in chat that have started to play those Europa League games. Top 6 predictions for the Premier League. I think Manchester City is going to take the Premier League. I think we're going to probably come second. You'll have Chelsea in most likely third. I think Spurs will challenge with fourth. I think the Spurs will get a top 4 spot. I think Man U this season is an absolute shambles. I don't think they will finish. I think they'll most likely finish sixth, and then Arsenal fifth. Wow, I did just rattle off those predictions. I hope nobody was quoting me.
Well, it's okay because we've captured it in 2 locations. Actually, it's both on YouTube. And yeah, you're due.
Here, Havertz with the ball in. Let's see this one over. Nobody. No Chelsea player is able to get there.
Yeah, that one just sailed to the stands, basically.
And Conte is going to try to run to the byline and get a corner out of this one, but I think he's going to get a throw in. Thank you for the follow on the YouTube side of things, Sherwin Vega. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Oh, all right. Bayern or Sevilla? I say Bayern. How about you guys? Yeah, Bayern 100%, I would say. But, that's for the that cup. I forget what it's exactly called. We had to play in it last year, and we won it as well. It's not the community. It's not the – it's like the Club World Cup. It's something else. I forget exactly what it's called. Oh, Salah almost got onto the end of that lazy pass back there, but Zoom was able to get his foot in and get it all the way back down the Liverpool half. Chelsea trying to get control of the midfield here. Oh, UEFA Super Cup. Yeah. Sevilla's a really good team, though. Sevilla's a strong team. They do really, really well in Europe. Pretty much own the Europa League. How many goals? At least 3 or 4 between both of those teams. Fabinho is going to be able to clear that ball right there. One thing I'm worried about that I continue to see is when these long balls do go in for Liverpool, the gap between our midfield and our center backs is still so large. So if the ball actually does come down, the center backs are completely on their own.
There's a lot of space. There's a lot of
space.
Yeah,
it's kind of worrying.
I will say, though, Fabinho has done a pretty good job so far this afternoon of cleaning up the mistakes.
So the thing is, I do think, though, the reason for that is because Fabinho typically takes up that space as that center defensive midfielder. And Henderson not as naturally plays that position, I would say. Who would Thiago replace in the starting 11? He would most likely replace like a Genie, even a Keita some games. If Fabinho's going to be playing center back, which is maybe what Klopp is thinking long-term for now, since they bought Thiago. Thiago can slot in there. Henderson plays the deep-lying role, and then you have a Keita and a Thiago, or like a Keita or a Thiago Gini in your midfield duo. There is an idea that we may actually switch to the 6 pivot formation as well. So that's a possibility. We actually may change our whole formation with them. I doubt that happens right away.
Explain that for the fans.
Basically, it's just playing a 4-2-3-1. So you have 2 pivots. So you have your center backs, and then you have Thiago sitting at one pivot, and then you have most likely Henderson sitting at the other pivot, and then you're able to spread the ball both ways and move it up the pitch. You have 3 forwards and then 1 striker above. And then Chelsea's going to win the ball back here in a really good position. Mount's going to have a chance for a cross. Chelsea has people in the box. Reece James gets a nice ball in, and then Marcus Alonso is going to be able to get a header on it, but it is high up in the air, and Alisson keeps.
Yes, Alisson just...
Henderson with a long ball to Mane here. He's through and then gets absolutely just tackled. It's got to be a red. Or something.
Wow, I mean that looks like a tackle we're going to see in a couple hours here in an NFL Football Sunday.
I'm surprised it's not a red. How is that not a red? He's the last man. No.
Well, the goalie was there.
It doesn't count. It doesn't matter if it's.
What are you saying? It's the equivalent of like a clear path foul. I mean, he does bring him down. He comes up above.
It's denying a clear goal.
Oh my goodness! There's no play. There's no play on the ball. He just goes up high.
I don't know how that's a red.
Not a red.
Okay, so they are going to check on VAR that this is a denial of a goal scoring opportunity. The only
Oh, you
thing here
can.
that is necessarily maybe saving Chelsea is the fact that they think Kepa was going to get there no matter what.
That's what I'm saying. Kepa was
But
coming
I
up
don't
to it.
think you can make that argument. I don't think you can make that argument. Like, look where the ball is. Look where the contact is. If there's no contact, you're telling me Mane can't get a touch on this ball? It's like
No,
two
no, no.
feet away from him.
So I agree with you here. So in this frame, there's no Kepa, right? But obviously you're gonna have to zoom out a little bit because you can't just like look at the one
Yeah,
frame.
Kepa's like
and,
right there.
Yeah, Kepa's
sort of.
just on the outside of frame here. So basically either, and you can see exactly what the ref is looking at, which is kind of the same.
But like
It's
he
actually the
can
same thing that we
totally
are
get
seeing.
a touch there. I'm telling you, man. Mane can totally reach for that.
No, I agree with you. I think he puts a touch, he gets it down low, he gets it past.
He's not
This is
going
a
to do
quick
it though. He's
review
not going
here.
to give a red.
No, he's. I don't. I mean, it's a rather quick review, to be
Yes,
honest.
it's a red. What? Wait, no yellow, red. Send him off.
He says, "Oh," and he does.
He does. He juked me there for a second.
Yeah, because he went like.
Because I thought he was going to say no yellow, like no nothing.
Christensen is being sent off.
If you're a Chelsea fan, I am sorry because it is kind of a. I don't know what he's doing. Like you don't need to do that there.
I mean, you could have.
You know you're going to get sent off.
You could have actually like legitimately tackled him, I suppose. Like.
Yeah, you could have like not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could have like actually tried to play the ball and like taken his feet out from under him.
I mean, it's like a rugby tackle, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
there's not like that is not a like he's got both arms over him to stop. I don't. So players are typically told to foul in those situations, right?
But yeah, but not like that.
You can't foul in a situation where you don't even have a defender behind. Jamie says even in rugby that was a high tackle. Yeah.
And you're going to get a free kick here. We've seen Liverpool score off these opportunities before.
We have, and it's. I'm not going to jinx this one.
Well, what you have to say is that, man, they're taking their sweet time.
It's taking their sweet time. Yeah. Arnold has scored against Chelsea. Arnold with the free kick here. Oh, it looked way better on the camera, but I think it was way farther than I actually thought it was.
Yeah, that doesn't even doesn't hit home at all.
It was way farther than the. And here we will be going into halftime. Score tied 0-0, but
drama at the end of the
drama
first.
At the end, and I don't think you could really argue with the decision. Personally, if you're even a Chelsea fan.
Oh, the Chelsea fans will find a way to argue this.
I'm sure they will, but at the same time, like if Van Dijk did that, I'd be like, the guy's lost his head and like he's out of his mind. So yes, Christopher, you guys have a live commentary for NFL or NBA later. So we do NBA streams. We did one last night. We were going to be coming back on the NBA streams on Wednesday. We'll be doing the Heat matchup, and then we don't have football this week, but we do have Thursday night football starting week 5. We're actually able to show you the game and we'll commentate over the game. We haven't done any like red zone or NFL commentary just yet on Sundays. We haven't experimented with that just yet.
Yeah, because we do have the Thursday night games that will be coming to you live on our Twitch channel. And as Fran mentioned, they will be with full game footage while we do them. So starting October 8th over on the Twitch side of things, that first game is going to be Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I don't actually remember who they're going up against. But anyway, that's all I took away from that matchup. It was just Tom Brady.
Yeah, that is true. Jamie, we're going to do the Lakers. We're not going to be able to do the Lakers Nuggets tonight.
No, not tonight.
And then there's no game Monday because of Monday Night Football. So then basically we're off on Monday. And then Tuesday we have our normal schedule conflict, unfortunately. And then Wednesday we're back with the Heat. Thursday would be the Lakers Nuggets. Friday would and then we get back to our like usual schedule.
Be the Heat again, and then Saturday would be the Lakers, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Monday Night Football kind of threw us for a weird loop because we both expected to do a game tomorrow. So we were expecting to have like 6 streams in a row. We've been going in a row since Thursday, so we've got 4 in a row, 4 days in a row. Not too bad.
But it turns out that ESPN is not going to double book itself for
Yeah, they don't
games.
want to cannibalize their own their own. Who do I see winning the Premier League? I think it's going to be a race again between Liverpool and City. I think other teams have strengthened. I think Spurs definitely has strengthened really well. I think it's a team to actually like kind of watch out for, especially with Gareth Bale, Son, and Kane in a Mourinho team. It's pretty dangerous. I'm not going to lie. And if he can change the locker room and how they kind of act and they feel and they put their investment in the game and all that, I think they can do better. If you watch like that behind the scenes or that All or Nothing documentary, I feel like I feel like the team just needs to be more locked in as a Tottenham fan. But I'm going to say most likely the Manchester City, I think, is going to win the Premier League. This kind of touches on what I actually believe how we won the Premier League last year. I think we did a fantastic job. We had an incredible season. But I'm going to be honest with you, there were multiple games that season where we probably should have lost. We probably should have dropped points. But like for miraculous sakes, like the Mane goal against Aston Villa, the header there, like that's incredible. Like there were so many incredible, so many incredible like goal or last minute goals in the last 10 minutes that typically like aren't going to happen all the time every season. You have to get lucky sometimes to win the Premier League. We got pretty lucky last season. And then you saw like Man City on the other end, like it just didn't go their way and they got unlucky and they were like 20 points behind us. That type of stuff happens. I don't think it's going to be as crazy as it was before. I wonder how Thiago Alcantara will go. I hope he gets in the game. And then here NBC is going to be talking about the
they're talking about the highlights,
tackle.
and really the only highlight that they're showing is the tackle at the end. This is the
What do they
storyline of the
say?
game so far. I don't actually know.
I know.
Nothing. They said absolutely nothing.
They
They
said
gave no
absolutely
analysis of
nothing.
anything.
They gave less commentary than we did.
Which is yeah, it's actually kind of a high bar because we've been talking a lot, but they just said absolutely nothing. There are
Yeah.
just a couple highlight chances here. I wanted to get to the opportunities, the shots. 7 shots for Liverpool so far in the game. One of these considered a shot on goal. Only one shot registered here in the game for Chelsea. The disparity here, Fran, again, it kind of goes to what we've been saying about how the opportunities
Oh God, I
and
watched that one again.
the game has been really played in the Chelsea third.
Yeah, 100%. We've definitely have had the pressure on Chelsea most of the match, but there's been these moments, and you're seeing them on the highlights here, where Chelsea just gets in behind. The defense is our midfield is still like way too separate from our center backs, and they have these chances to go in behind when you play this high line. They have such pacey players, and it's something to really be wary of. And wow, Tottenham won 5-2. Nice job, LJ Smith on your Spurs. I hope you woke up at 7 in the morning to
Actually,
watch that game.
there was I think it was Son that
Son scored.
yeah,
Nice hat trick.
but like scored like 4 times or something.
Oh yeah, he probably hit a hat trick.
Yeah.
Son's, dude, I love Son. Son's great. Credit to the Spurs. Nice to see you guys get a win. Just not when we play each other, please. Because I won't want to have to deal with that. But I think it's got the possession. We're definitely more in control, I would say, of the match, especially now up a red card, right? Or up a man.
Playing against 10. Yeah.
I would definitely expect this next 45 minutes to basically be a siege on Chelsea for 45 minutes, and then Chelsea most likely possibly getting a breakaway or a counterattack into nip a goal, something like that. Do you guys watch MLS? Unfortunately, we do not.
I have been to an MLS game, however, here.
I've been to MLS games before as well.
Really
and thank
fun.
you, Jamie, for the stats. Son scored 4 times. Harry
See?
Kane got all 4 assists. Nice. There you go.
I feel
I feel like if we added another sport, we'd be spread so thin.
Yeah,
we're like NBA. We're like NBA, college, Premier League now, Champions League. When that happens,
NFL.
we're getting NFL. Yeah. starting to try to find our niche somewhere, but yeah, did you see Gonzalo Higuain ended up going to Inter Miami?
Well,
It's so
so
weird
maybe
to say
when we're
that.
down
Inter
there for the
Miami.
holidays, we could
Yeah,
find
maybe
ourselves a
we'll
game.
be
Yeah.
able to go see some games.
I don't
Or
know where they must play. Probably at the
they
Dolphin Stadium or something
probably
like that.
play in the Dolphins or like one of the high school or the U
Or the
stadium,
U?
maybe.
No. They wouldn't share it. That
I feel
it's
like
probably the
David
Dolphins.
Beckham, he owns it or whatever. So I feel like David Beckham would not play in a college stadium. Like
Well, like
David would.
the yeah, the Sounders play this in CenturyLink. They play with the where the
They play in the
Seahawks.
Seahawks
Yeah,
place. Yeah,
yeah, they
that
share
makes
that
sense.
stadium.
I
So.
mean, it doesn't really make sense for an MLS team to make such a large investment. Oh, they play in Fort
Oh, in
Lauderdale.
Lauderdale. Well, that's not far though.
That's not Miami.
It's not Miami. It's Miami North.
Well, I mean, it's not technically Miami.
It's like
Miami
30
is.
minutes away, depending on the
Their new
traffic.
stadium won't finish until 2022. Okay, cool.
Oh, there you go.
And here, look, dude, I'm telling you, Thiago wants to get in this game so
Well,
bad.
he is listed active and on the substitute. Like
He wants it, dude.
Klopp could throw him
He's
in
so
here.
pumped.
Klopp could throw him in here when he wants to.
Okay, so I actually think this would be the perfect game for him. Now that I'm thinking about this,
Well, now
we're up
it's
a
your
man.
upper man.
We're
Yeah.
up a red card. You can understand and learn the system, and this is the type of player that's going to pick those passes just like to break down the defense. This has been like the biggest thing with Thiago and what he could do for Bayern. He's able to just, when they play the low block, he's able to actually give the edge to the team and find another way to break the team down other than just going through the fullbacks that we typically do. So I actually think this one may be a really good game for Thiago to get in. Like I said, though, Klopp extremely stubborn in bringing on new players.
Who would he replace?
Keita, most likely. Keita would go off the pitch, or Genie, one of the midfielders, would go off the pitch. Matuidi and Higuain, best duo for Inter Milan. Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. Beckham's been able to attract some pretty big names to that club. It's pretty exciting, honestly. I think it'll be good for the MLS having a team in Miami, and also most of these players, you would say, playing overseas, playing in Europe, or Miami is, I would say, a more Hispanic dominant city. It is more like any other European city. If you agree with me or not, like it's basically like being in Spain, honestly. So it's very similar for a lot of these European players to come over and play. It's a very welcoming city, I would say, for Europeans and Latin Americans. It's also really fun and beautiful, except when it's humid.
Which is like always, but that's okay.
Do you see Ronaldo, Messi joining at the future? I don't know. I've been wondering about this. Like Ibrahimovic did it, joined the LA Galaxy, and then he went back and he's playing for AC Milan, right? So it's like kind of I don't know, because I feel like the way that Messi and Ronaldo are going to degrade. Can you mod this and delete this on Twitch?
Yep.
I'm not on that. So one of the main things is like I feel like their trajectory of going down and being poor and like being worse at the game, I feel like their trajectory is never going to get to the point to where like they have to go play at the MLS. I feel like they'll always be able to actually like improve and also improve pretty much any club in Europe. Like they're so good that I don't think they'll ever like drop down to the level of the MLS. Granted, if they want to go there for like money and publicity and they're on like vacation, not vacation, but like
they're on vacation.
Their end of their careers.
Yeah,
they may go to retirement. They may go to Miami, but I feel like their level of play will never actually make them go to the MLS. I feel like the Higuains, the Matuidis of the world, like their play is somewhat decreased in Europe, so where they have to go play in the MLS. I don't think that's necessarily the case with what's it called? Ronaldo and Messi. Are you streaming the off game?
I'm not exactly sure what
not
the off
sure,
game
Greg,
is.
what you mean by the yes, we are streaming it. We don't have the pictures for you, but we're live commentary and everything over it. We're not allowed to show the pictures or the game itself just because of copyright infringement. So, are you a Messi or Ronaldo fan? I'm more of a Messi, so I'm going to go with this. I think Ronaldo is hands down the best scorer and the best forward in the game. I think Messi is the best all-around footballer, is what I would say. So that's like that's my viewpoint on the whole thing. I think Messi's a better footballer, but I think Ronaldo's a better scorer. I also like the work ethic of Ronaldo. I feel like it's harder for him in the sense of like he actually has to like work way more. It's less natural ability, and the work ethic that he actually puts in is insane. Oh, Tariq Lampy, he's really good. He's a really good player playing out there for Brighton. So, he did get kind of like a questionable, um, like high foot in the game, but he is a pretty good player. He did leave Chelsea, but he's probably just wants to go out there and get more playing time as well. Yeah, Ronaldo may retire soon. He's got a lot of he's popping up a lot of kids. I keep seeing more and more kids in his photos. It's quite interesting. I'm going to use the restroom right before we start this half because, as many people, I have extreme nervous twitches when I'm watching Liverpool games.
Yeah, and hopefully Liverpool doesn't blow a lead here or anything or concede a goal, because then you're going to start watching a grown man cry, which is great entertainment, but yeah, not the best for fans' day, I suppose, especially this early in the morning. Of all, appreciate all the fans and all the folks hanging out with us here across both the Twitch and YouTube platforms. We're broadcasting on both. You get to choose where you want to watch. Thank you very much for spending your Sunday morning, afternoon, or evening here with us. We have Liverpool and Chelsea from London, 0-0 at halftime so far. And the big story of the match so far is the Christensen red card on the Mane tackle. And friend, you're back. Did you have your what's your crazy coffee?
My Death Wish
Your
coffee.
death wish coffee. That's it. That's it.
Thank you very much, Zoe X Zold EYCK. I'm just gonna call you Zoe. Thank you very much for the follow here on Twitch. Very much appreciated. If you guys are enjoying the comment or the content, just hit the follow button on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube if you guys want to know when we go live. Should Messi go to Man City in January of next season? I hope Messi does not go to the Premier League
Oh boy,
at all.
Man City.
Personally, I really hope we don't have to play him. It's just going to make things a little more difficult. But it would be really neat to see him play in the Premier League. I don't think it'll actually end up going through. I think the things that Barcelona are going to get ironed out. The main things for me, I think the biggest problems for Messi was the president, was Bartomeu. And I think things are getting smooth over with the leadership in the management in Barcelona. I think there was more people that were upset at the leadership more than the actual club and things were going on. And
Look
Thiago
at this.
will be coming on to the pitch. Woo! Let's go. Who are France's center back pairings for Euro and World Cup? I think Laporte, Emerick Laporte, and who is the other center back? I know it's Laporte, and I think Koulibaly plays as well for the center back pairings for France. I think that's where you kind of want them to be. And then here we're also going to have a Chelsea substitute coming onto the pitch. I missed his name, and I also have not seen the back of his jersey yet.
Which is really hard when they're all wearing threes.
Yeah, it is. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I want to ask Liverpool, what do you think about player after coronavirus?
Well, I think the general play, like and the restart.
Oh, I think the general play, yeah, the restart like totally went down. Like the general level of play was
the
really
restart
poor.
towards the end was painful, buddy. I gotta tell you, like you won the title, and then you just like the rest of the season was like, oh boy.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. And here,
good.
Thiago and Klopp having a moment of love. Thiago actually speaks better English than pretty much Klopp. Actually, he speaks fluent 4 languages: Portuguese, Spanish, German, and English.
Oh, fun facts. There you go.
It's pretty insane, actually.
So does Klopp just like pick from his former team?
He never coached Thiago.
Oh no! Wasn't he? Didn't he was coaching in the German league? Wasn't he?
Yeah, he was coaching Dortmund.
Oh, Dortmund.
The rivals.
The rivals. There you go.
Yeah. Did you hear about the vote of no motion confidence? Yeah, Yeah, I saw that. The guy's got to go. I'm just being honest. Like it's a problem. It's a problem for everybody at this point. And Shadihan, I'm sorry that you're a Chelsea fan. I hope you can still enjoy this content. I know we're rooting for Liverpool, but hopefully you can still enjoy this. Try to be as unbiased as possible. So, Emerick Laporte never has a cap for France? Really? He's hands down the best man. I mean, he's the best Man City center back and probably the best City center back that they've had, I would expect them to get a cap. That means they probably have Koulibaly and someone that I can't remember at all. Here, Chelsea's going to be playing out of the back. The high press is on. Robertson's able to get it all, get across, deflected from not Christensen. Christensen is out on the pitch.
Christensen is out.
Off of Jorginho, and it's going to go back to Kepa. Interesting. We're going to be really interested to see here. I think it was Keita went off the pitch there for Thiago. All eyes on Thiago. And Fabinho here searching and probing. This is going to be interesting to see if we actually change the way how we play it all. Thiago here into the space. His first touch to Liverpool is a one-touch back to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who then turns the ball over on a diagonal to Robertson. Press is very much on for everybody. Van Dijk clears it up, cleans it up, and gets the ball away from Mount. Really nice touch there by Firmino to actually... Oh, no, Keita is still on the pitch. Sorry. It's Henderson that went off. And then Salah, I think too much of a touch there, but it's going to end up rolling to Robertson.
Yeah,
back to Salah.
Pick this one up.
Salah switched the wings. Interesting. Thiago with the ball here. He's going to get a nice ball out to Alexander-Arnold. Keita.
Yep.
Keita's still playing. Arnold's going to get a ball into Firmino into the box. Firmino into the box. Then to Gini. We're going to need to play one more. One more most likely to Mane. Mane is going to maybe be able to get a cross into the box. Squares up Reece James. Mane to the byline. Mane with the cross. Out for a corner.
Attempted cross as it was deflected out by James.
Robertson's going to be able to get the ball into Thiago here. Thiago's going to look to spread the play. He's going to get a ball in. It's going to be a low cross, and it's going to be deflected out. Salah's going to try to clean it up. Yeah, I know we got 20,000 something signatures. One more step, we'll see him leaving. Yeah, I hope it is successful. To be 100% honest with you, I think all the fans and even the management inside know that he needs to go. So I do hope it is successful. Mane here is going to be on the wing. He's going to find Thiago, and then Thiago's going to get it right back to Robertson. Nice pass. Robertson's going to get a cross in. He's looking. It's going to be cleared away.
Yeah, I got to the far post, but nobody was home.
Nobody was there, yeah.
Chelsea getting this one up ahead, but right back to Liverpool there. That goes back to Fabinho, who's resetting the play. Mane was in position, but it goes off a Chelsea head.
And then Gini here is going to get it to Salah. Salah back to Thiago. This is most likely what we're going to see for the next 45 minutes is Liverpool basically just trying to pick apart this defense here. Mine is going to be on the wing, guarded once again by Reece James, and it's going to be a foul. Reece James may be lucky if he gets away with no yellow card there. Varane, Umtiti, Kubala, Zuma, Kimpembe. Yeah, apparently they're all ahead of Laporte, but I actually don't think so. I mean, if you saw the last Varane debacle when he was playing for Real Madrid, there's no reason he should be starting for France with that. Kimpembe, I've seen him play for PSG. I don't think he's actually that good. I think Laporte's still better than him. Umtiti's pretty good. Zuma's not too bad. I still think Laporte is better than Zuma, 100%. And Koulibaly and Umtiti, I think, are respectively most likely better out of those five that you listed. And then here, Thiago's going to get a ball there. It's going to be crossed right back into the box. I think he should have shot it. Yeah, I think he should have just shot it.
That was kind of the point of the pass, right? He had 5 to 10 yards between him and the next closest Chelsea defender.
Yeah, I think he should have just pulled the trigger there.
Yes,
100%.
Maybe a little apprehensive to sort of let it go here in his first game in the Liverpool uniform.
I think he wants to manage a little more and not try to shoot as much right away. But I think he totally should have shot there. Firmino's going to find Salah. Nice ball in and behind. Firmino into the box. Mane scores to 1-0. Great play and great interchange there. Woo!
What a header, golazo. Cabezazo, as we would say. What a header into the right side, goalie's right side of the goal. Kepa didn't really have a chance.
He didn't have a chance there.
Didn't have a chance there.
And that interchange there from from Arnold, then to the 1-2 there from Salah to Firmino, and then the header just away from Kepa basically hits the side netting from behind him. Really difficult header to finish right there. That's a great finish. It's a great finish from
Oh,
Mane.
it's a beautiful pass actually too.
Yeah,
Woo! Little
it's right
touch
on
with the
his
right
head.
foot.
Firmino knows where he's got to put it. It's butter. Oh, it is beautiful.
Look at, oh man, what
In
a
trouble a little bit if you're Chelsea here. Klopp excited, loves it. Who do you see winning the Champions League? I think Bayern most likely will defend it. I don't think Barca is going to have much of a chance as they did last season. I think Real Madrid's just going to be one to watch. But in general, I think it's kind of up to a crapshoot between most of the big clubs in Europe. Honestly, I don't think there's one favorite above everybody. Barca's no longer that number one team. Real Madrid's no longer that number one team. I think we're in contention for it. I would say Man City's in contention for it. I don't think there's one clear favorite for it. I would say the one clear favorite would be Bayern. I mean, they won it themselves, right? So,
yeah.
and here the press once again is on. This is, I would say, for Chelsea, nauseating. Quick pack. Arnold's not able to get that ball to Mo Salah. Is actually almost cut out on purpose there by Firmino.
I think they
And
wanted
the
a
press is
call
on.
for a
Arnold's going to go
hand.
to the. Arnold's not going to be able to get to that ball. It's going to be cleared away.
Oh, so
Allison to play
close.
sweeper keeper.
Yeah, you're off by just a few inches here. Robertson bringing this one up the pitch. Oh, that's
I
too
don't.
far.
I don't know what Robertson saw there.
Maybe he just. Well, the pass wasn't very quality.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
It is, in general, however, much better quality from Liverpool today than we
Yeah, I
saw
wonder if
last
it's
week.
this Thiago guy.
A little bit of a spark for this team. But yeah, I mean they've concealed any defensive or like deficiencies rather by just having really good offense. They've been controlling the game. They've been
Nice there by
controlling the game with
Allison to
their
clean that
passing.
up.
Allison not really threatened so far today. Remember, only one shot. Not even on goal, even just one shot in total for Chelsea. Yes, there is the red card as the big story of the game.
I think a fair red card, though, even as a Chelsea fan, or try to be as unbiased as possible. It was a last man tackle. And I think there was a chance Mane could have gotten to the ball there. Thiago with the nice little clip pass to spread the play to Robertson.
I believe
Love
Van
to see
Dijk
it.
has the captain's armband at the moment.
Yes, Van Dijk is the captain right now.
Yeah. Van Dijk is.
It typically goes Henderson. Oh, really nice pass in behind. Nice defense there by Alonso to get that header away there.
Actually.
Yeah, he almost was there and behind. I think Salah's going to be offside there, but they're going to let the play continue, which is something we may touch on later on in the game. I'm not sure how I feel exactly by all this continuation from the offside flag, because I think he was offside. Salah was offside, and then, oh, Mane gets it from Kepa, and Mane scores 2-0. Oh, speaking of problems for the goalkeeper, geez, Kepa, I mean, I'm not going to say anything. Leave it for Chelsea fans. It's up to you guys. I mean, watching this again, the ball goes back. Kepa passes his Jorginho, and I mean, Mane is just right there.
Yeah.
He literally passes it to Mane. I don't know what he's doing. He has the pass to Zuma to his left. Yeah, and Firmino's even saying, go play defense on that guy. That's a tough 2-0 there. I don't like when that's how people score, honestly, but hey, I'll take the 2-0 100%.
Mane, right place, right time.
Yeah.
Opportunistic here.
Curtis, you are able to watch the game if you are at Peacock. It's only $5 a month, and it's basically like all the Premier League matches are on it. I sucked it up, and I was like, I'll spend $5 to watch these games. It is quite worth it, I would say. NBC always makes us pay for this. Never wants to make it free for us.
Liverpool smelling blood in the water here, wanting more.
The confidence level in this team is so high.
Well,
right now.
right
It
now,
looks
yes.
absolutely night and day.
This
Like
is
absolute night and day.
might get out of hand real quick here in a second.
And yeah, Christian, I do feel bad. Chelsea does have that dream team in development, 100%. But just kind of unfortunate. I mean, as I said, I think I touched on this earlier. Chelsea's like 2 to 3 years behind us, I would say, like in development of squad and everything like that. So it's like almost a mirror image of us and how we used to play. And this is like Man City beating us, right? So, Robertson's going to get a nice pass in there. Genie's going to go in behind. Genie to Robertson. Reece James is going to be caught up with it. Robertson's going to try to get a ball in, but
Still an
it's
opportunity.
just past to N'Golo. Oh,
Foul. Yes, Thiago a little too jumpy there.
Is Thiago doing good right now? The team looks unbelievable.
Aside from that foul right
crazy.
there, he's actually looked pretty good. There was the one that we think he should have just shot it off the top, right? When he got it.
But I also wouldn't necessarily say though, like it's not all about like what he does exactly. It's also his presence on the pitch. There's a massive, I mean, granted we're up a man, but there's a massive sense of calmness and control that once he got on the pitch, it's like things have calmed down a little more. Like he knows he can like marshal the game. I mean, you see it. The whole game's running through him already. 100%. Oh, Cates is going to be able to get that ball in. No, Cates is going to make the run himself. Cates is not going to be able to get the pass on. The pass was there, definitely. Kovacic is going to be marauding forward. He's going to get a ball to Mount here. Mount's going to be one-on-one with Fabinho.
Marauding forward. I like that. Good description.
Thank you. I've been working on my vocabulary. Reading the dictionary.
Yeah.
Alonso is going to be here, guarded by Arnold. Alonso is going to have to backtrack, and then Werner is going to go back again, and we're going to most likely reset the play here for Chelsea, something that they have not really been able to do at all.
Yeah, this is I think the second time in the game
Oof.
Chelsea has looked to set up some sort of offense here, and they just kind of squander that opportunity. Not really a crisp pass to James, who was in the intended recipient, but this one just goes out on the sideline.
That's insane. So if you watch this replay of Mane, he actually makes the first pass that gets caught out, and then he basically runs down his own mistake and scores the goal. That's if you're familiar with our NBA streams, that is Jimmy Butler-esque.
Oh, Jimmy.
And I think it's pretty interesting. So I think Liverpool is playing Thiago in front of the defense, right?
Yes.
So he's playing that kind of pivot, and he's passing the ball. He's controlling the game. He's marshaling where things need to go and what needs to happen. He doesn't look lost. I'll tell you that much. And then Salah, maybe good job by Alonso to block him off.
Yeah, that was fine.
Oh, they got past the midfield here. Havertz is going to have a run at the defense. I actually think that's Mount. Then Werner's going to get the ball. N'Golo Kante, nice turn. Nice cover there by Robertson. If it's one more pass there, we would have been opened up, though.
They actually had to get it down.
They had one more pass downwards, and we didn't have enough back on defense, basically. Oh, my God. Robertson just sat him down. That was disgusting.
Wow.
Oh my God. I can't wait to see the clip on Twitter on that one. Robertson finds himself in the box, gets it back to Mane. It looks like they're just toying around with
third,
it.
Maybe? No, Kepa gets on that one, on the end of that one.
Kepa's just got to kill the ball. Not pass it back there.
Yeah. Oh, that was
he doesn't the extra pass isn't necessary, I think.
Well,
there's no actual space for Mane. There's no actual space for him.
Right. He thought Mane was going to sort of run in there, and there was actually nothing. So, couldn't get cut off by the Chelsea defense on that one.
Hey, the ball's going to fall to Robertson, and then Thiago's going to pick it up on the center circle. Very calm. So I think seeing this is actually what we're seeing. So I actually think I was mistaken to where Klopp was going to play Thiago. Maybe Thiago in the future will play more further forward, but he's playing the deeper lying midfield role here, which is similar, I guess, because he played the pivots at Munich, and then Salah is going to take a shot. It's going to get deflected out for a corner. Jorginho just gets bullied. I swear. Yeah, Jorginho is like he's not fast enough. He's not quick enough. Like he actually can't get anywhere. It's kind of sad. Like he's really slow. I don't know what happened. Like he's just so slow. He can't move. That's kind of been his criticism. He's like a good deep lying midfielder, like at Napoli, where he just kind of sat in front of the defense. But when he has to make runs and actually like and press in the Premier League, it just doesn't work as well. Robertson with the night, or I think that was Arnold with the ball in, and it's going to be headed once again over by a corner. Yes, the referee is faster than him. That's Hakeem Ziyech on the pictures. Came over from Ajax, $25 million signing, and then Ben Chilwell is to his left, and then Thiago Silva is to Chilwell's left. It's a lot of money up there. I think Arnold's going to take this corner. Arnold with the delivery, back post, Kepa secures. And Kepa is just looking around. Is going to get the ball out to Alonso.
He is going to make sure he doesn't accidentally give it to a Liverpool player.
Exactly. He's going to make extreme sureness that there is nobody there. Granted, this is still a 2-0 game. This is not necessarily over. I know we still up a man, but 2-0 leads in football are the worst. 3-0 would kill the game. We need to get that last goal, in my opinion, to fully feel comfortable here. Keita is going to find Thiago a little farther up, and Thiago is going to kick it back to Van Dijk here. Dude, just watching the movement from Thiago, he just knows exactly where to be. It's crazy because we never had a signing like this. We never actually had like a straight slot in world-class signing. Exactly as I say that, he turns the ball over, and then Werner's going to be on the run here, but Fabinho's going to cut him out very easily. But we've never had like a world-class player that's able to just slot in like right away into the team and like have this sense of calmness. Like he's already telling people like where to pass the ball, where to move the ball. And he's only been there for like one day. He just knows what to do. And here, the good old workhorse machine, James Milner, is going to be coming onto the pitch. I'm assuming it's going to be for Keita. Good job from Keita. From Keita. Good game from him today. Good running, good pace. Exactly what he needed to do. And the captain's armband is going to be handed off from Van Dijk to James Milner.
Why didn't he just go get it from Van Dijk?
He's too far away.
Oh, he's too far away. Oh, yikes. They're all running next to each other.
So then the midfield here is going to be comprised of Gini, Thiago, and Milner. Milner, I think, is actually most likely going to take the deeper lying role, pushing Thiago slightly forward here. And then he's going to be able to take the cover in for Robertson on the left flank. Nice ball there. I don't know what the camera just did. But Thiago picks up the ball, passes it to Salah. Milner to Mane. Mane to Robertson. Robertson back to Mane. Mane lets it run for Milner. Milner with an outside of the boot pass to Fabinho. I have to say, Fabinho playing center back may not be the best center back in the world, but he's definitely got way better passing ability than most center backs, and it allows us to play the game pretty nicely. Thiago's going to get a really nice pass out here to Andy Robertson and spread the play. Thiago's still going to be looking, leaves it off for Milner, back to Thiago. Extremely involved here, the new signing. Ooh, nice move. And then he's going to stand up something to the back post, close for Gini.
Yeah, Fabinho slotted in admirably, actually, today in that position.
Yeah, he's done really good. And he's done really well in the one-on-ones with Werner, who is a really great
Very
striker.
Talented,
extremely kick. Yeah, I mean, you've seen it in a lot of just movements here. He's not an easy person to keep up with. Fabinho's done a fantastic job. James Deacon saying, easy game this. Yes, easy game as of right now, but always still worrying that something can happen. Thiago passing it to Firmino. Firmino's going to be able to turn here. He's going to get it to Genie. Genie's going to have a shot blocked by Kepa. Great defense. Good goalkeeping there from Kepa getting low. I don't know if Genie could have done much else.
Other than trying to perhaps center it
Like
for a better
pass? Yeah,
angle,
I
but
don't know.
yeah, he got kind of cut off there on the angle. I'm gonna resume
He
here.
did, I think, what he could.
Yeah, he did what he could with that opportunity.
Because there was a Liverpool player in the middle, and I'm not sure who it was, but I think the pass was cut off. I think there was a defender there. Milner's going to spread a nice ball out to Robertson. Robertson's going to have space here. Milner again to Mane, and then Mane is going to play that pass and try to get that one in behind, and then Conte is actually going to mega Mane. And then Mane's on one today, man. He just does not stop running. He wants to win this game so bad. It's unbelievable. I love this. Every single time he's chasing every single ball down. He's even on Salah's side of the pitch now. He's not even supposed to be there, and he's tracking people down. Mane is a man possessed. I think it's because Salah got 3 goals, and he low key doesn't is racing with Salah and needs a goal. He knows.
Well, he's got 2 today.
Yeah, it's true. He's got 2 today. He wants. Oh, that's why he's on a hat trick. He wants a hat trick. That's why.
Ah, yes.
That's what he's doing. Yeah. Now that makes sense. Mane's on the hat trick. That's why he's trying so hard to get the second goal, so then he can be tied with Salah into the season, and then he can tell Salah that his were from open play, not from 2 penalties. So.
Oh, jeez.
So technically, Mane with the advantage there. Kovacic has the ball in the Chelsea half.
Except the last time I checked, every goal is worth the same amount.
That's not true in the world of soccer, in my opinion.
They do all count as 1.
Werner gets a nice ball. Reece James going to be on the edge of the box, gets it to N'Golo. Kovacic kind of probing, looking. Alonso to Mount. Mount takes a shot.
Oh, just
Alisson
over the top of the crossbar.
It was quite worrying, to be
Probably
honest. So back to your thoughts on every goal is the same. That is not true. Bruno Fernandes last season literally had 8 goals, and they were saying that he was the best signing ever for Manchester United, but literally all his goals were from penalties. You can't tell me that a player that scores only goals from penalties is a good player and that says something about him. It doesn't.
No. Okay.
James Milner has so many goals, but they're all from penalties because he's the best penalty kicker from our team.
Well, there is still something to be said for someone who can go up and make their penalties, because we have seen people shank them.
No, yeah, but still,
and it's
it does
very
not
sad when that happens.
A penalty does not equal the skill or the tenacity it takes to get an open.
No, obviously, right? There's a bit more creativity that has to happen on the open field goals. I was just purely saying that they're still worth 1 point. Just doesn't matter how hard it is to get.
But it's when Paul Pogba had 6 penalties and he had 10 points, and they were comparing him to the players on our team. We're just dude, every single one of his goals is a penalty. It's not the same. Because half the time you're not even the one involved to cause the penalty, right?
Yeah.
Here Van Dijk with the ball, finding Thiago. Thiago's most likely going to go back to Alisson. He doesn't. Goes back to Fabinho. Now it goes back to Thiago again. We're just marching backwards, going foot backwards. I'm assuming no. Arnold gets it to Fabinho. Fabinho decides to get it back to his fellow compatriot, Alisson. Nice. You already see where our fullbacks are. Robertson's so high up the pitch already with that cover from our midfielders pushing up the wings. And then I think a pass is eventually going to go up here to Arnold. Yep, it does. Thiago and I, same wavelength. Thiago with a nice diagonal again to Robertson. This is just a dream.
Passing clinic at the moment here.
This is unbelievable to watch. This is great. I'm so happy we signed him. My God.
And you'd been calling for it. You were in competition with who exactly?
Ourselves.
Much. Because I was gonna say,
it was sort of apparently it was sort of Manchester United was in for him, but it didn't work out. He actually denied the contract for the 4-year extension because he wanted to play for us.
Oh, well, there you go.
So it was basically just we had to get the deal done. But this is actually something interesting. So I actually think something happened this week in the Premier League because nobody really was spending that much money. And then this week we bought Thiago and we bought Jota, and then Spurs signed Bale and bought Reguilon. So something must have happened because both of our clubs are run sort of similarly, like very strict on profit, very balance sheet oriented and financials oriented. I think there must have been like a Premier League meeting and they like solidified the revenue and they're like, this is your actual budget, what you're going to have financially. And they're like, okay, now we can go do the business. There's got to be something because a lot of clubs started doing business like this week and it's already into the season, which doesn't make sense. You want to do it before the season, right?
Interesting.
I have a feeling there was like some sort of meeting or finalization of budgets and financials and things like that.
Maybe they were waiting to see kind of what, trying to get through the first week, right, and see if there would be any issues related to Corona or something that would,
Something, yeah.
Perhaps
Wow,
hinder the
Firmino,
remainder.
aggressive challenge there, but kind of love it.
Yeah, that would sort of hinder the remainder of the season, or like put into question the remainder of the season.
Yeah,
But yeah, look, if they get the all clear,
because
then
I don't
you
think it's a
start.
coincidence that everybody started spending money at the same time. Like, like there was not much movement at all. Then again, it seems like Man U still adjusting their budget, so they haven't bought anybody. I know Man U fans are extremely upset about that. I'm happy.
Just about 18 and a half minutes to go here in the game. Liverpool up 2-0 on Chelsea here in London. Again, the story of the afternoon, the Christensen red card in the 45th or 46th minute of the first half on a tackle by Mane. Perhaps if he hadn't tackled Mane, Mane would have his hat trick now. So,
Hey, we have some people in chat on YouTube that think Chelsea can make a comeback here, so the game is not over. And I actually don't think it's actually over. A 2-0 lead in football is really it's not safe at all.
boy, that would be one heck of a storyline.
They score the goal and then we're put under pressure, but I think the man advantage makes a big difference here. I would definitely say we just need to kind of dominate the ball. And the press is definitely on. Wow. I mean, it's tough for Chelsea to even pass this out of their defensive line here. They do break the press. Alonso is going to have the ball. And then Mount with a long ball. Werner's going to get on the end of it, guarded by Fabinho once again. Oh, it's a penalty.
Well, there you go. How do you get back in the game? You get yourself an opportunity down there in the box.
And I think it's Thiago.
And a penalty has been called.
I was literally about to say, really good job by Thiago to not make contact. I don't know.
Oh boy, this is a little soft here though.
Dude.
Wait a second.
I don't know.
Does he actually clip him in the feet?
Does he actually like make contact for him to fall? We've seen way more contact and not penalties given.
Yeah, I was also almost going to say like we've seen way less and have seen penalties given, but I'm not sure. Like that was pretty much on the way less category.
This was the way less category.
What is the? Oh, so they're going to go to VAR actually.
So they want to check if there's a possible offside first of all in the first pass. So they're adjusting the line there. I think he's onside.
Yeah,
he's even.
He's even. So wait, are they phoning down to the head ref right now, basically?
Wow, they're not even going to check the penalty if it's a foul or not. Oh, Allison saves!
Oh my God!
Let's go! Good job, Allie.
Okay.
That was a
case in point. We've seen people shank the penalties. Thank you.
That was a really bad penalty. Really bad. Awful, honestly.
And you were getting on me for saying, "Oh, well, all of the goals came from penalty." Well, not everybody can hit their penalties, buddy.
And he doesn't leave the line. Nice. It doesn't even have to be retaken. If people were watching the Man U game yesterday, De Gea actually left the line before, saved the penalty, and they made them retake it, and then they scored. which
You
I
mean
didn't agree with.
the goal?
I don't like Man U, but they did. That rule is ridiculous in my opinion. They shouldn't have that rule.
You mean
Um,
Allison leaving his line?
so like
He
if
can't
he
come up.
kicks the ball, yeah, he can't go in front of his line before he kicks the ball.
Oh
So if
wow.
he's off his line, and this is something keepers do all the time. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is like
You kind of cheat up a little bit.
yeah, you're gonna
Close
cheat
the
up a
angle.
little bit. Yep. And De Gea saved it yesterday, and he was like off the line by like literally an inch, and they called it back.
Oh.
But I'm gonna say there, I didn't think there was that much contact.
Well, you say in
So
the
I
NBA,
think
ball don't lie.
yeah, I think ball don't lie on this one too. I don't really think that was a ton of contact. Like he clipped his heels and then he like clipped. Okay, take a step. Okay, I'm gonna start stumbling. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, that was odd.
And I guess yeah, I mean, oh nice play. Robertson's gonna be in behind here. Maybe he can get a cross in. Wasn't really able to get the ball out of his feet.
Mane. Center.
Yeah,
Too late.
It was like too caught. It was like way too under his feet. He couldn't actually get the cross off. Eric Garcia and Sergio Dest to Barca. Eric Garcia does not want to actually re-sign his contract at Manchester City, so I know for a fact I think he is looking for a move. Thiago sheds a nice diagonal here to Robertson. Then Conte does a really good job doing it. Chelsea player must do diving in penalty box to get penalty. That's a good idea. That's easily to get comeback. Yeah, 100%. I totally agree with that. I mean, if Liverpool was in the same position, I would be saying like, yeah, it's good. You want to do everything you can to get it back in the game. I'm just saying from my perspective, I don't think there was that much contact. But yeah, you can try to do everything possible to get back in the game. 110%. I agree with that.
Salah, Thiago. Back to Thiago, orchestrating things in the midfield. Salah.
It's just kind of like a kick around the park.
Yeah,
here.
it is. It's just a little cheeky, trying to get the passes stat and the accuracy stat up.
I was gonna say that totally was a foul.
That one right there, right?
Yeah, I like he's
like
grabbing
I'm
him.
in slow motion.
Yeah, like what do you expect's gonna happen? You got him held by the shoulders and everything. I don't. You can't do that. I don't understand when when players complain about that. It's like you have him by the shoulder.
I'm glad we're on the same page because I saw that and I just like kind of was like. Wait,
I saw
what?
it before he even passed it. I knew he was going to pass him. I knew the foul was going to be drawn. You saw him; he was all over him before the ball. And Salah's like, "Give me the ball."
Yeah, Salah and Alexander Arnold having a bit of a discussion over who's going to take
Salah's like,
this.
"Give me the ball."
They're taking their sweet time, by the way, to line this one up.
Salah looks pissed.
Yeah, I don't know
what's going on.
He's angry about something. Salah's gonna. Oh no! Little back flick. Oh.
Was Salah upset that he wasn't the one taking the free kick?
I don't know. It was well designed though. It almost got
he
home.
He almost like gets pretty good enough contact. I hope Salah is not upset that he had to.
That top corner was open. If he had just a bit more pace on 100%. That and got it to dive in.
Barkley and Tammy Abraham are going to be coming out to the pitch. Kovacic is most likely going to be taking a seat for Ross Barkley. Tammy is going to come onto the pitch as well. Please, Chelsea, make a comeback. Shahidan.
Trying here with the substitutes.
They're trying. Jorginho is going to get off the pitch a little more pace with Ross Barkley onto the pitch. A lot more pace, actually, with Ross Barkley onto the pitch.
Got 11 minutes to do it. If they're going to do it, they need to come back now.
Chelsea here playing out of the back.
Careful.
I don't agree with this if you're down 10 men.
Yeah, we've seen this turn into a bit of a mess already, and they're just going to turn it over here. Throw it by Arnold.
Threw it back in. Arnold, nice tracking back there. Firmino's going to have the ball up there. Mane is going to find Salah on the
pass by Arnold,
different side of the wing. And then good defense there by Reece James, getting a foot in there, stopping Salah. Credit to him on that play. The ball in behind will not fall to Abraham. Milner is going to do the good old dad draw foul. Good job, Jimmy.
Called for that.
Saw that one from miles away.
He just like you stop short and the guy runs you over.
Yeah, every time.
Pretty much.
Every time. Here, Thiago. Nice ball out to the wings here. With Thiago into the game, I have to say we get the ball to Robertson and Mane and Salah way more. They see the ball way more early. Oh, really nice throw in there from Mane. I think the touch is too heavy for Milner. It's going to be a goal kick.
Touch off the hip, actually, it looked like.
He was in behind there. If he had that one a little closer, oof. And I let's see if Chelsea plays again from the back. It didn't work for.
I want to see Mane run up to Kepa. Just run at him right now.
They're going to play again out from the back. Reece James is going to try to get a ball in, and then it's going to get up to Tammy, and it's going to go out of bounds. It should be a Liverpool ball. Oh?
Yeah, I believe so.
Totally. Yeah.
It should be. The possession now squarely in favor of Liverpool. 60% possession for Liverpool. They've gotten off 12 shots, 4 of which have been on goal, 2 of which have resulted in goals. Chelsea with 40% of the possession. Only 4 shots today, 2 on goal there. Both Alisson keeping away both of them. I guess the penalty counts as one?
Yeah, Arnold in behind here is going to stand it up to the back post. Reece James with the defense, and he's going to
There is a man, and it is going to be a corner. Good way to create the corner here. Robertson going to take the corner. Asking for a little bit of patience from his team.
Near post, Salah's not able to get ahead. Thiago's going to take a shot, slightly wide. Says there was deflection. Don't think there was.
Still good effort here. And we said Thiago may have been a little hesitant earlier to pull the trigger. Does so on this occasion.
He's got to slice it back the other way.
There was no deflection, by the way.
No, there was nothing.
There was no deflection, by the way.
Chelsea again trying to play out from the back. I mean, I understand if you're trying to work on this and get better at it, but it's.
Yeah, we really haven't seen many passes forward here.
It's tough. And then Fabinho cuts that pass out. Firmino is going to get the ball to Mane, or it's not Mane, Salah.
Ooh, juking around 2 Chelsea defenders.
Milner back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Salah. Salah's really far up the pitch here. Far up the
wrong direction.
Yeah, wrong direction. Far up.
He's not far up enough. Near? That's not quite.
So I'm gonna say that one. That misplaced pass there from Thiago. I think that's eventually going to be a pass and a run that Arnold needs to make, because he looked at Arnold and the space was there, and he didn't run into it.
Yeah, Arnold kind of started to run and then kind of held himself back, as I think he saw the space was there, but I do think the pass was it looked a little long.
I think Milner has played Tammy onside here.
Yes, he is.
Oh, nice save there by Alisson, and then Alisson gets it away from Mount, so that he can't get it in. Nice tackle there by Thiago, and then, but Ferner falls in the box, asking for a penalty.
No, that looked clean. He played ball.
He got the ball.
He played ball.
The ball went flying.
Yes, it did.
From the contact. So
and Werner went down late too, to be honest.
He went down after the ball. Yeah, the ball was gone, and then he went down.
Yeah.
But I would say more positive here for Chelsea. Not looking as great for Liverpool. Fabinho just steps in and steals the ball. He's so good at taking those away. Firmino, nice pass. Milner. But they're just trying to kill the game here. Firmino to Milner. You see our forwards are kind of just getting more involved in the midfield to take control of the match a little more. Thiago to Gini. Gini to Salah. Back to Thiago. I have to say, saying Thiago's name a lot.
Yeah, he's definitely getting his touches here. Yes, Liverpool has been attacking Chelsea really for the majority of the afternoon here. The majority of this game played here in the Chelsea third of the field.
And it most likely it just has to do with play style and ball retention. And then Salah's going to maybe not get to that one in behind, but it's going to force Zuma to kick it in for the corner kick there. Yeah, Liverpool's definitely been on the attack most of the game, kind of pressuring in um, Chelsea and not really letting them breathe. Here we're going to have Minamino come into the match. Very funny, actually. So there is a photo of Taki and Thiago. Taki is a fan taking a picture with Thiago.
Really?
Playing for the South Korean national team. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Or Japan. It was pretty interesting. So Taki, a very big fan of Thiago.
As are most Liverpool supporters at the moment.
Yeah, Taki's like 21 or 22, 23, so he's younger. Thiago's around 28, 29. Oh, really interesting corner piece right there, and then it's going to go back out for a corner. That was clever.
Just giving it to Milner on the run in there.
Yeah, that was really clever.
I'm not exactly sure what is that play supposed to like create. Perhaps Milner can try to get it to center it as you kind of suck in the Chelsea defense towards goal. Maybe give a bit of space for someone to take a shot.
Arnold with the cross, cut out, falls to Robertson. Robertson thinking of crossing in. He's going to pass it to Thiago. Thiago's going to probe, look, get it to Milner. Continue, keep the ball moving. Thiago's then going to get it to Salah. Salah's got a little bit of space. He's going to play in a pass for Van Dijk. Oh, Van Dijk can't take the touch there. He's just got to head it.
Yeah. I agree. I was seeing it here about a second late, and so I
just got to hit it.
You just got to put that one in the back of the net, man.
You just got to hit that one.
The pass was low. The pass hit.
It was like it was an awkward height.
Yeah, I mean it hit him in the abs. Like he's really tall.
Yeah, he's like 6'3". He's pretty big.
But yeah,
hey, I have scored a goal with my abs before. Well, my stomach. No, I didn't have abs, but I have scored a goal from a corner like that. It just kind of hit me in like this, and it went in.
Well, sometimes better lucky than good, I suppose.
Oh, it was still skill.
Oh, of course.
Skill.
Yeah.
Stomach to goal.
Time dwindling here on the afternoon for Chelsea.
Oh, it's out.
2.5 minutes left in normal time. We'll see how much of added time we get to this one. My guess, probably only a minute or two, although we have had a couple subs. Klopp looking content with his trip to London this afternoon.
And there's Frank. Maybe keep your mouth shut next time.
Frank looking less content about the outcome of this one. Still,
Alonso, I think, is going to get to it. Yeah, he does. He had a run for that one. Werner finally skips past Fabinho.
Yeah, and he manages to dodge the tackle there as well. Still has the ball here, trying to get it up ahead, but Alisson is going to recover and just sort of kill this ball here for Liverpool. Unfortunate here for Chelsea having to play with 10, although they've had spirited opportunity here even in the second. They've continued to play.
Yeah, I mean, they've had opportunities. They were awarded that penalty.
Yep.
They didn't convert it. They've had a few chances. As expected, typically you'll still get a chance or two in a half, and they just unfortunately have not been able to convert those.
Plays kind of breaking Liverpool's way here, especially that one with Kepa. When he gave it to Mane. Mane, right place, right time, applying the pressure. Gets an easy one from Kepa, but if that hadn't gone in and then you had the Chelsea penalty on the other side, might have had a different result here this afternoon. Still, looks like 2-0 will hold as the scoreline for Liverpool, giving them 3 points and moving them to 2-0 on the young season. 6 points for the table for Liverpool.
Oh, Robertson's going to get that cross in. It's going to be headed out by Zuma. Taki's back in the box, gets it out back to Thiago, then back out to Mo. Mo with the cross in, looking for Mane. Headed away, then headed back in. Robertson, guarded by Reece James. He's going to take a hit at it. Werner's going to have space to run at Milner. If he runs at Milner, let me tell you, he'll get past him.
Well, he didn't.
And he didn't.
Decides to back flick it.
Conte, I think, is Basically surrounded by the entire Liverpool team there.
Yeah. The swarming defense. Liverpool having to play a swarming sort of defense here. Frank trying to give the ball to Robertson.
Yeah. Tiago's gonna nice diagonal tie. Dude, every one of these long passes are
They've been on
spot on.
point. They've been
Yeah,
on point.
like literally spot on.
Oh,
Omega FIFA
Omega
player. I'm a
FIFA player.
Celtic fan, as in like Scottish football Celtic or NBA
NBA basketball
Celtics. Yeah.
Celtics. Yeah.
Where are you from? I'm from the United States, New York. So or outside of New York,
Or he might be asking Omega FIFA player.
or maybe
Scotland.
he's
Oh,
oh
Scotland.
Scotland. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fabulous. Yeah. I
So
will
you're a
say,
Celtic fan, yeah? You got hey, you got our good old boy Stevie Gerrard up there playing or coaching Rangers. You guys have pretty good matches. I do catch those derbies. Wild matches. Wild
when
fans
I
as
spent
well.
that time when I spent that time in London, I took a weekend up in it was sensational weekend up in Scotland.
Scotland's beautiful.
Oh my
I've heard.
God!
Yeah.
Also, the Scotch, so
Oh,
good,
it's good.
so
Yeah.
good, so good. Because everybody makes it over there. It's like that's like the traditional thing. Like
Yeah. It's like you want to try my batch.
exactly, and they're all
It's great,
phenomenal. By the
and
way,
they're all just hammered
they're
all the time.
all phenomenal.
Great.
So good.
Um, can I guess where you're from?
No, not sure.
I'm assuming with sub Akuladini, I would say some Middle East, maybe somewhere there, country there. I would somewhat say. Oh, Mane's going to take a hit. Whoa, deflected. Kepa's onto it.
Yes, just deflected. Just deflected here. Mane wanted more. Mane wants the three.
Yeah, Mane wants a hat trick.
Mane wants the hat
Wow, it
trick.
did to get deflected. Got to say, pretty good reactions there from
Whew.
Kepa.
Yeah, because if it
Was on
didn't, I think
target.
this shot was on
It was
goal.
going in. Yeah, it was going in.
Or at least Kemba was going to have to contend with it. There is 3 minutes of added time, and we're about 1 minute left here. So at the 92nd.
Arnold tries to get the shot in there. Werner trying to get in behind Fabinho. Werner did say in his first game from the Premier League, oh my God, these people are so big, as in the center backs. I've never had to play against people this large. Well, welcome to the Premier League, buddy.
Count it down here. About 30 seconds left. So, Fran, recap the match here. What did you see that you liked here for the Liverpool team? An improvement over from last week.
Yeah, I would say definitely just in general, the team's kind of more locked in. They're more focused. The less defensive lapses. I think we were more prepared to play this back line as well. So I think it worked out for us here. And in general, with our new signings, too, I think it worked out very well. Thiago coming in the game. I think we were sort of lucky at the fact that we did get a red card. So things did change a little bit with that, obviously. But taking 2 points from this match is an incredible match to take the 2 points from. Fortunate Genie's not able to get that goal or get the 3 points from. So overall, against a top six rival and opponent like this is perfect to get the points from. I think we're looking better than we did after our Leeds match. I think the Leeds match was definitely a wake-up call, something that I did call, and I think it was good that we did come away with a win, but it was quite a worrying win. So overall, I think it does work out for Liverpool here, taking the 3 points.
All right. And there you have it. Next week, what do we have?
Oh, you're right. Who do we play next week? I actually think we play midweek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we play the FA Cup third round on Thursday against Lincoln City. I don't know if we'll stream that one. We may. But if not, the next Liverpool stream will be Monday. Well, so the next Monday against Arsenal at 3:15, we get stuck with the last game of the week there. That one will be a smashing match.
Well, there you go. All right. So the remaining stream schedule will be back Wednesday evening for game 4. No, game 4.
Game
of
4
the
for the
Celtics,
Miami Heat.
For the Miami
Celtics.
Heat and the Boston Celtics. Followed up there, the rest of the week will go back and forth between the two NBA playoff teams. And that's going to be it for us here on this Sunday morning, afternoon, or evening. Much appreciated, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out and chat with us here Thank you for all the subs on YouTube. Thank you for the follows on Twitch. Fran,
Yep.
final words.
No, thank you very much, everybody. It was great watching the games with you. Like you said, if you like the content, hit the follow button on Twitch, on YouTube, hit the sub button. But other than that, it was fantastic with everybody. Really appreciate it. And we'll catch you all later. Going to continue doing these Liverpool streams. Have fun with Red Zone this afternoon. It's already started.
Yes.
Get on that
kickoff.
couch and start hanging out. Good luck in fantasy to everybody as well. So thank you very much. We will all catch you on Wednesday. Good luck and stay safe as well.
Thank you very much. 2-0, the result for Liverpool. Fantastic result. Have a great day. Cheers.